for mature audiences.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Cave.
The Cave!
Over here. We have this cast of special characters. Mr. Clean, of course, Revilson Fernandez. We have over here Mr. Stephen Koo, otherwise known as Kim Jong-il.
Kim Jong-un.
No, you're dead, dude. You're
Okay.
dead.
Okay, fine.
On my right, of course, we have Mr. Erwan Husaf, better known as Pierre Cardin's grandson. And I'm Mark
Bonjour.
Nelson. So, guys, what's the topic for today?
Welcome to the cave, everybody.
Yes, welcome to the cave. This is coming from Manila. We usually don't get very Pinoy-centric with our topics, but we are going to get Pinoy-centric because something just happened recently, guys. It was the 50th anniversary of Bini Binig, the beauty pageant. All right,
Bini Bining Pilipinas.
Bini Bining Pilipinas. Now, again, 50th anniversary. That's a big deal for us here in the Philippines. Pageants are
It's a big thing in the Philippines.
Oh, it's huge.
We have it in barangays. We have it in we have it in the small towns. We have it in the big towns. We have it nationwide. We have it. We have
malls.
half breeds like
Yeah.
We have gay pride.
There's even a Miss Gay.
No. That's the thing. Last year, right? They talked about this whole thing where they wanted to accept transgenders. You know,
Yes.
they did that in Canada or something, right?
Yes.
Miss
I was
Universe
watching.
Canada.
I don't want to be mean to anyone or insult anyone,
Be
but I
mean,
was
bro.
watching the 50th anniversary, and I swear to God, I thought a couple were men. So I tweeted and I was like, "Hey, are there men that joined?" Like really openly, because I really wanted to know.
You did?
I did, and then everyone tweeted back like, "No, there are no guys this time." I was like,
Shut
Notice how they said this time.
"Yeah, exactly." Because I'm pretty sure next year,
just to confirm, they've actually allowed transgenders
it's
to join, right?
international.
In Miss Universe.
And
Yeah.
what's
Which
your
is the mecca of
what's
pageants
your
now.
opinion on this? Like, are you guys for
Not
this?
cool. What are you talking about? What's your opinion? Not cool.
Not cool, right?
Not
Because
cool at
I mean,
all.
it's a pageant for women.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, not to
Preferably
not
women that were born women.
yeah, not
Yeah.
to discriminate
Yeah.
transgenders, but it is a pageant for women, right?
I like doing these things called extra extra. Right?
Okay.
Where we talk about news, strange news, things that happen around the world.
Either one.
So talking about Stephen Koo's potential future, there are these sites in the States called Sugar Mama and Sugar Daddy. And basically
SugarDaddy.com.
SugarDaddy.com.
Oh, you know it
and
well.
it's like a Facebook page for people, sugar mamas or sugar daddies, to go and find potential boy toys and boy girls.
Yes.
So they post up their profession, the salary they want to pay that person, stuff like that. Pretty freaking crazy, if you ask me.
all for it.
Next, talking about, because that kind of blurs the line between prostitution and
Yeah,
not
that's
really,
basically
right?
high-end prostitution.
Okay, now
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
prostitution.
called MySpace.
How about
Shut up.
prostitution?
Okay, go.
How about prostitution for a good cause? Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that always the case?
No. Well,
They
yeah,
need
for
to
one
eat,
party.
that's a pretty good
But how about
cause.
for the whole world? There's this girl called Catriona in Brazil, right?
She's a popular model,
She's
right?
20 years old. She has the body of a model. Her
Okay.
face is a 7.
Okay.
Um,
Out of 20.
On a scale of 100.
and she started a site, and then she says it's for charity, where she's selling her virginity.
Virginity.
Oh, yeah, I
So
heard
she's
about
actually a
this.
virgin. She's 20 years old, and she topped off at $780,000 by a Japanese guy called Natsu.
Wait, sorry. How old is she? 20 years old.
Yeah, 20 years old.
I think Mark was first to bid.
Yeah. the first bid was actually $140,000.
That was the opening bid.
Oh wait! But
Wow.
I heard about this. There's a counterpart. There's another guy,
her friend.
her friend, who
A guy.
also pitched in to bid his virginity.
True.
And what is the highest bid?
$3,000.
$3,000.
So he sold for $3,000. She sold for $780,000.
See, so
Wow.
So I would have sold for $600,000 at least.
Wow.
so you see how society is unfair.
Yeah.
So
it's
it
a
is
woman's
so-
world.
it's a
Okay.
woman's world.
So what charity, I'm curious, what charity is this going to?
I don't know what charity it's going to. It's just named charity. Like there's no specific.
I think that's her.
So that-
I
that's
think
her
that's her.
friend.
That's probably
another friend-
it's probably her
another friend named
parents. or
Jared.
That's her
something.
stripper name.
Next, Los Angeles, Orange County, probably one of the safest places in the California state.
The OC.
Right, the OC,
yeah.
all white people.
Because we know they're safe.
I watched the show.
That's
I
racist.
know. Basically, this guy couldn't sleep in his own bed, the father, so he decided to switch bed with his child. And then after a while, I started hearing like weird noises coming from under the bed and everything. So after 2 nights, he decides, the fuck is under my bed? So he checks under the bed, and there's a naked black dude just lying there, and then the guy puts his pants on and runs away, and that's it. That's
So
that's
basically,
it.
the black dude. So basically, the black dude is there every night.
What would you do? You find a black guy naked under your bed. And if you say like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat his ass," bullshit, you're gonna run away, my friend.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a movie there somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a service now called Naked Maid.
Yes, that
You know how this fad started.
Wait, Stephen tried to start that here in the Philippines. like, a
no,
few
it's
years
called Yayamo.
That works. So basically, you know how and they started in Ukraine and in Russia, like the whole naked girl platters, where you can eat sushi off naked girls. So now
Right.
basically, there's a naked maid service that the girl
Cleans
just
your house
cleans your
naked.
house.
Yeah.
You can't touch her. You can't
But you can
penetrate.
stay at
You
home
can just
and
watch.
No, but
watch
you
her
can
bend
tell her
over.
which part of the house to clean.
You can
Yeah.
specifically
Specifically under the
deep to
table,
go.
under
Yeah.
the
So
bed.
you can just like stand there with
under the
bits of paper
cupboard.
crumpled up and just throw. Bend over there
Yeah.
and pick that up.
Or like, hey,
Bend over there and pick that up.
or like, hey, excuse me, can you
That's
clean
horrible.
that?
So we talk about all these different naked girls. We talk about like this girl getting paid more than a guy for her virginity. So basically, it's all these different stereotypes in our lives, in the world. There's so many different stereotypes. There's so many
Correct.
different categories, right? And I'm sure in our daily lives, like you guys go through that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think we're each stereotyped in a certain way.
We
I mean,
are?
just the introductions that we give for each other and at the start of each show is part of our branded stereotype. Ro, what kind of stereotype do you think people have of you?
We said it earlier. Naked black guy. I absolutely fucking hate
No,
that
I
stereotype.
think I think Rovi's stereotyped as the he's stereotyped as the
Wait, girls might have expectations
fashionable
now.
fashionable metrosexual.
What?
I think, what? I think he's
Erwan is insulted. That T-shirt wearing motherfucker.
hey, but
Hey, hold on.
but-
You just came out
hey,
on
How?
fashion.
Wait,
but
wait,
he
wait,
wears
wait, wait.
he wears a scarf.
How
on
is
top
a
of his
six-
shirt.
How is a 6'3",
Hey, have you-
200-pounder a metrosexual?
Have you seen his billboard
Yeah.
for Maldita?
Yeah.
Who does a billboard for
Ah,
Maldita?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that,
Good point.
okay.
I've had 3 billboards, but who's counting? Continue.
Let's say people do see you as a metrosexual.
Yeah.
How does that affect you in your daily life? Do people like literally come up to you and ask you the weirdest?
For fashion
Yeah,
advice.
like, dude,
questions.
yeah, they'll be like, hey, what's a good moisturizer? Or what can I, use? What's a
I-
good scent for the daytime? What's a good scent for the nighttime? I'm honored,
Yeah,
It's like,
I've,
wow, I'm not
I've
known as
actually
the-
I've
I
called
have no bloody idea. I hope they don't ask me those questions.
I've called Rovi to ask what color of socks I have to wear that day.
Oh, right. And what?
Yeah, it's
and-
happened, right?
Sorry, case in point.
Oh,
you
yes.
asked this man.
Absolutely.
Well, they can't see it, but basically he's wearing dead bumblebees on his feet.
Yes. And here's the best part. This goes all the way up. It's a pantyhose.
Steven, you're known as the club guy.
Convent.
Yeah,
Convent.
the convent
Yeah,
boy.
That's the name of your
Convent
next
boy.
club.
Yeah, exactly.
we always
That's a good
Not
name.
bad, actually.
Convent.
And they're dressed as... Okay.
Okay.
We always make fun of you because we always see you out. Like
Yeah.
I met
Party
you
boy.
the first time I met you was probably in a club.
Yeah.
And you probably had a girl and you probably said something like, "Erwan, you want to meet this girl?" Like
You wanted to
it
reach
was probably something like
He
that.
probably
I
said,
pro- I
"Your
probably-
name's Erwan, go over there and get a drink. I'm going to hit on your girl."
Exactly.
I probably didn't say that,
So-
but I get it. Like most women I meet, the first thing they say is, "Oh, you're in this business. You're probably like this. You're like that." But it's actually not true. Oh,
No,
come on,
that
guys.
wasn't my question. My question is,
I believe you, bro.
if you show up to a business meeting, let's say at 10 in the morning, and you want to do a presentation for credible, like I'm not saying clubbing's not credible. I mean like for an actual like daytime business.
Which I have.
Yeah, which you have. Do people take you seriously?
Yes, because it
Even though
actually
you come straight from the club.
well, it depends. I normally don't go reeking of alcohol.
All right.
But
Smart man.
That's when you call him and say, "What scent
no,
should
no,
I
but
use
no,
to
but
make
no,
up
but
with
but it's
this
actually
scotch?"
helped me to a certain degree because being notorious can also be a point of like connection with somebody, like because you go out, oh yeah, I went to that club, blah blah blah, so it can be a positive and a negative. So what your stereotype is can also be helpful to you,
that works.
or
So you can
or not helpful to you at all.
make it
In
play
which
to your
case,
strength, basically. Like for Mark,
Yeah.
I'm sure when you go out, the first thing people ask you is anything about fitness. Like the Philippines is so small, we all know it. We all go to the same events. After a while, the conversations get so freaking redundant.
Yes, they
So
do.
yeah, so how many times people ask you, "Oh, so
So what
how
can I
many
do to
times
lose
do you work
weight?
out?"
How many times do you work out? It's either about fitness or travel. It's one of the two. I mean, travel around. Oh, what great adventure can I do here? What great and don't get me wrong, I love answering those questions because I want more people to number one get in shape and number two travel and visit more of the Philippines and see what's out there. But it kind of pigeonholes you a little bit. Say, okay, that's what he is. That's what we see on TV. So. That's all he does.
I'm sure with Erwan, people just ask what's good to eat. Where is it good to eat?
I actually have this because I'm in a situation where I got known, I think, because my sister and my girlfriend. So in a sense,
Who's your sister and your girlfriend?
I have no idea.
Do you have a sister and a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do actually.
Wow.
And basically,
I've never seen them separate.
These French, they're kinky like that.
I've never seen them separate.
if you had smaller biceps than me, I'd hit you. No, but like. I each time there's an article written about me or anything written about me on the internet, everyone says I'm a model. I have nothing against models, but I am.
I don't think I've ever seen you in any.
That's true.
Yeah, always related to fitness or food, and that's all I do. And then I just I have to convince people all the time. And that made me think, okay, if people pigeonhole me like that, if they see me in those categories, how is it from our point of view? When
I
we
think-
see
oh,
girls,
I think-
like,
Wait. Before we move on, I just want to ask, what do you actually do? I mean, apart from being a professional
point,
boyfriend
exactly.
and brother.
Blogger.
I'm a food vlogger. I'm slowly getting into restaurants and bars. I run the
Cooking background.
No, I come from a business background. I run the business development of an oil and logistics company, which is probably the part people don't
now
know.
it's coming out.
Okay. So you have a real job.
No,
Yeah, I have a real
Erwan
job.
Yusuf has a real job.
I have a 9-hour job. The
Sells
blogging
lubricants.
takes 2 hours of that, and then the restaurants and everything take 3 hours of that.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Okay. Wow.
Okay, fine. You're a real person. Yeah.
So exactly, yeah. So
The
one
only
of
one
us
here with a real
Okay,
job.
so we're speaking of archetypes, then,
Yes.
Erwan was saying that there's a lot of similar archetypes for women.
Yes,
and the
there
thing
are.
is, it's key that we as men identify them, so we know how to address them as well. Like if we want to go for a certain kind of girl, you need to know what background they have, what kind of archetype they are. So
and more importantly, they differ from country to country.
correct.
Yes. Okay, guys. So, I mean, obviously, we've got certain, I guess, labels or tags associated with ourselves. But as Stephen mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
women have the same sorts of labels attached to them. So, I mean, let's go through some of these. I will call them stereotypes.
All right.
Because just because we're saying that we're labeling these girls as that doesn't mean that all women get put into one of these brackets.
Yeah, I think we've all gone through them.
Yep.
Like we have the DOM, we
Yeah,
have the party boy,
pointed at
we have the Australian,
Pointed.
and we have the pretty boy. You
spelled
know,
the
like
DOM.
so we've all
pretty boy.
gone through these terrible labels that have affected us so much.
Oh my God, I'm an
But like we thought about it a while ago, and we thought, okay, if we were to look at Filipino women objectively and think, okay, what would be the labels of today's the girls in today's society?
Well, some of the labels.
Right?
What
Some
did
of the
we come up
labels.
with?
Number one, the artist.
Oh,
So
the artist.
this is the artist / hipster,
Right.
Yeah.
The person who is very into social media nowadays,
Yes.
very into underground,
Yeah.
different types of events, music, and everything. So
Yoga
do you have
Pilates.
experience? Yoga,
Since we're stereotyping, this is normally the youngest in the family. Well, based on my experience, it's normally the youngest in the family who becomes an artist.
That's like deep knowledge, right there.
No, that's good. That's good.
Normally
That's
the artist because I don't know. They're normally the youngest. That's what I noticed.
They're the black sheep usually. They're
Yeah.
trying to break free from
Yeah.
the norms of their titas and their sisters.
Yeah,
who are-
they don't want to
the one
follow the
that'll have-
footsteps of their eldest brother
who are
or sister.
doctors
Yeah.
or nurses or engineers.
She'll be the one with a slightly, different hairstyle. She'll have a DSLR wrapped around her,
Yeah.
her neck.
Black sheep.
Because we are actually a very creative nation.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
That creativity is always counterbalanced with our next category, which is the Catholic girl.
Catholic girl.
Traditions usually impede on creativity. In this country, you have a lot of Catholic girls, those who normal days, normal conversations, and after a while, there's a certain limit put on because of Jesus.
Yep. But I'd say they're mostly the repressed girls because growing up, they're taught by their grandmom, their mom, and their sister, the school
I don't
nun.
know if repress is the right word, though. I think
Okay,
it's,
maybe not
I think it's
repress.
just something that they're used to and that they actually respect that religion.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily aimed only at Catholics. I mean, you've got, from any religion, but it's basically people that find that they're limited somewhat in
because of a certain doctrine
Yeah.
that they're following, whether it's Catholic or, like you said,
whether
maybe
it's from
born
pressure,
again,
pressure
or
from the
whatever.
family, pressure from their particular church, or just their own internal moral
Correct.
fortitude.
Okay.
So talking about fortitude, because it's a big word and my transitions are awesome.
Yeah.
The third category.
Let me see you transition from this
Student.
Students.
one. Oh, yeah. That's Mark's favorite.
No comment.
So the student is the one that's hopefully for us in college.
Wait, are we talking about
We're not talking about high school
perpetual
guys.
students?
Calm down.
Are we talking about perpetual students who haven't,
The
who
girl
haven't-
basically that's still in
Hey,
college and still learning.
I'm
Either
a-
MBA or
the only
doing a
students I
bachelor.
date are the ones doing like their third PhD. All right.
Oh, okay. So we're not
So
talking
in
about
their 50s.
we're not talking
Okay.
about college students. Sorry, so I take it back. Probably not Mark's type.
So you've got a lot of
Yeah.
those girls here also.
Yeah.
Locally.
Yes.
Once a student graduates, she becomes a working girl.
Yes.
Wow.
Not the
Good
kind of working girl you're
transition.
thinking of. Different kind
Good
of working girl.
transition.
Charity, not you. Sorry.
So not that kind of working girl that you're used to, Robinson, but more of the one that has a job.
Yes.
The
Okay.
9 to 5 worker.
Fantastic.
Works in an office.
Career
backbone of
career
our-
oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, the backbone of our economy.
And that's also very different when you date a girl like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, would this also include girls that, for instance, work in call centers, or would that be a completely
Correct. Yeah, that's a working girl.
But you know what? Wait,
call
there's a-
center girls can be a whole different category in itself. I mean, there was an FHM article that exposed all of this. You can Google all of that later, and that could actually be a different topic. But yeah, call center girls, nod your head, guys, is completely a different topic.
We're all
Nodding
nodding our
our
heads
head.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Speaking of those working girls, there was a study done in the States that the marriage average is starting to change. It's now 25 to 30 because women are very active in their careers.
Yes, they're putting career first before family now.
Correct.
Which is,
Because-
30, 40 years ago, it was quite the opposite.
Correct.
Stayed at home, took care of the family.
Okay.
Because every working girl wants to become a rich girl. Next category.
Killing your transitions, bro.
So the rich girl, we all know her. There are a lot of them in the Philippines.
Yes.
A
So,
lot of them.
are we talking about?
They don't walk anywhere. They always take the car if it's 200 meters. This is probably
So you're talking about saucy girls, the saucy girls.
yeah,
Yes.
the one that movie made fun of them basically.
White skin.
Like, I grew up around a lot of these girls, and
Yes, you did.
they actually didn't change. They're exactly the same, and they're still around. It's like a plague.
So, but Ro Wilson made a good point a while ago. There are real rich girls who act like brats, or maybe not. But there are also the fake ones who just act rich, but they're
Feeling
not.
rich. Yeah,
Feeling
I
rich.
mean,
But
Feeling-
that being,
feeling-
social climbers?
yeah.
Is that what you call
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, there's also a bunch of rich girls who they have a lot of money, but they're also very down to earth.
Yeah, very down to earth. Yeah, I know a couple of them.
And I know you know some of them.
people, basically someone who goes against the flow. So
Yeah.
category 8, the rebel.
Nice.
So the rebel, we all know the rebel. We've all
Yeah.
dated the rebel. She's
We've
either
all
been
fucked
emo with a
rebel.
couple of piercings, or she's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
She's been a suspect in a murder or petty crime.
Your examples
And
are
we've all-
like
we've all nailed her.
She has prison tattoos.
And our last one, and who will be our next guest, actually, the beauty queens. What is a beauty queen? A beauty queen is the ideal of all men, right? Tall, slender,
Yeah.
pretty,
Everybody's wanted to
intelligent,
date a beauty queen.
intelligent,
Yes.
with those amazing questions that they ask them.
Yeah.
So those are basically the 8 categories we round up. So,
Yep.
Here in the Philippines.
let's play a game.
Oh, goody.
Oh, okay. Spin the bottle.
No,
Drink
no,
or
wait,
dare? Oh no, just the 4 of us.
Steven.
Oh, let's do it.
Steven, out of the 8 that we just talked about, which ones have you dated?
Most of them, I think.
Currently.
Okay, except
Predominantly.
predominantly, I would say well, I've tried to date the artist, but I always fail with them.
Okay.
Oh, our beauty queen just arrived.
Yeah.
And probably the model.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep
You
that
would
in
like to
mind.
think that you've dated mainly models.
I want you to keep in mind.
She model socks.
While I asked for Wilson and when I asked Mark the question, I want you to keep in mind how is the best way to approach a model in the Philippines.
Okay.
Mark,
Oh.
out of this 8, which ones have you dated predominantly?
Predominantly?
He's looking at that like a menu.
It's like,
I'll take 2 of these, one with extra rice.
Let's
Can I
see.
answer the question for you, Mark?
No, you cannot. I would say. Oof.
You know what?
Come on, it has to be quick. It has to be quick. You're screening
can't.
through too many. In
It's
your
okay.
mind.
I know.
Yeah, bro. It's okay. The internet will
I gotta
be destroyed.
count.
It's called dead air, Mark.
Dead air.
You know
is
you wanna
horrible.
say
Maybe a
this-
toss-up between beauty queen, model,
And student.
and student.
Okay, think
Yeah.
about the student. Think about what the best way to approach a student is. Mr. Wilson
Boy, here we
Fernandez.
go. All right, I'll
He-
just go
he-
down.
He has a totally different version of what a student is.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the same student here, Mark.
Yeah. The artist, yes. The beauty queen, yes. Once and never again. The Catholic girl, yes. The model,
Just
I think
choose
she was a
one.
model. No, I mean, who
Okay.
have I dated? Yes.
Artist.
Okay, we'll go with
Think,
artist.
Think of artist.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, yeah,
And
you-
then
What's the best way to approach the artist?
All
How do
right.
you make it work?
Okay.
So, going back to Steven now. So Steven chose the model. Steven, tell us from past experiences how to best approach a model and how to sustain that relationship if possible in 30 seconds or less.
Hi, hello. I'm Steven. I'm a talent scout. Can I get your number? No, baby, just, you know.
No, really.
No, no, no.
No, really.
I know the
really,
DJ.
I tried
No, I think the real approach is not to make them feel like they're models. Because they already know they're beautiful. They've heard it so many times from different people that, hey, you're so beautiful, you're tall, and whatever. So the best thing to do is, you know, either compliment them for things that they're not normally complimented for, like, hey, nice.
So the asshole approach.
Ears.
You have 10 seconds.
Or diss them a little bit so that you get their interest. Like, you know, kind of annoy them a little bit, but not too much.
Okay, Mark, the student in 30 seconds or less.
Here's
best
some
way
money.
Load.
Thanks.
Load.
Best way, I guess, of picking up a student is take an interest in what she's studying. Ask if she needs help.
Tutoring.
Tutoring, maybe. Yes.
If you say it like that, yeah.
It sounds so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, I think if, for instance, you're dating someone that's younger than you, don't look down on them or don't treat them like they're.
Talk to them like an adult.
So be the father figure, basically.
No, treat them,
Erwan,
as an
you. Wait.
equal and find out what interests them. Yeah, that works for any type of woman.
Treat them like an
Agree.
equal.
Next,
Agree.
the artist.
Very good. 9 times out of 10, that artist is going to be smarter than you. So don't even try to be cute with her. You know what I mean? Everyone has hit on her from DOMs to bottom of the list, and she is resilient to that. Be genuinely interested in her craft. I mean, you don't have to be an art collector or what have you, but you know, point out something that you like, and then when she notices your
That's a
sincerity,
beautiful frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so
No, don't believe
when
that.
we get back, we
will-
actually have one of the labels that will be one of our guests, and we'll be grilling that person and asking them lots of questions.
Watch out for this hot girl.
So coming back to the cave, sponsors that don't exist.
Flash on screen.
We'll be
We
right
have
back.
Catholic girl here.
All right, welcome back, kiddies.
Hello.
All right, I just want to say that we've gone through 8 different categories
Correct.
of
Labels.
women, labels, but there was one that we missed out, and that was a celebrity. And I would like to go to our good friend Erwan Husaf and ask, how does one pull a celebrity
yeah.
girlfriend?
Yeah.
And how do you
Right.
maintain it?
I think you just have to be extremely good looking, smart.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
So how do you do it?
So how'd you do it, bro?
I went to complete no. How do you attract a celebrity? I have no idea. You basically have to counterbalance whatever their industry is by being the complete opposite.
Hey, I sell oil for a living.
There you go. That works.
Lubricants.
See, what do you do? You're on
Lubes.
billboards. Well, I sell oil.
The non-celeb.
There you
very,
go.
very good.
Lubricants.
That's
Lubricants.
Just
the
counterbalance them, yin and the yang, right?
correct.
Okay.
All right.
Lubricants.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
very smooth. And we're going to smoothly go into an introduction of our wonderful, wonderful guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you 2009 Miss Philippines Earth and Miss Earth runner-up, Miss Sandra Seifert.
Hola.
I guess more like a boxing introduction than a beauty queen introduction.
Wow.
Someone's gonna fight.
With the pageant wave and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hello there, darling. Thanking you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Wow.
I said, darling. Fucking
a real beauty queen in my living room.
Yes. And can I, first
I
off,
must warn you, wait, I'm not going to sit like a beauty queen, okay?
Please
All right,
don't.
That's
Not
cool.
tonight.
Please don't.
wait, how do
Feel free
beauty
to
queens
spread
sit?
your
Oh, no,
legs.
that's like the crossed leg, right?
Yeah, they have all these options, I noticed. I don't really apply most of them, but like it's either the traditional one or The side.
Oh yeah, the side one.
The side
It
mount.
always looks perfect for some reason, and
It's really uncomfortable.
it is. It is. I mean, you're actually working out while giving an interview.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. So
That's what Mark does.
I think in honor of you, we should. Yeah. In honor of you, Sandra, the guy should sit like this for the rest of the interview.
Okay,
Right.
for the people listening,
uncomfortable for a
for the
dude.
people listening, we're actually doing
Yo, we're sitting.
a beauty pageant
My
side
core
walk,
is,
side
like, tight.
sideway
Sideways.
and my vagina is tight also.
seated.
I can feel my glutes.
I don't know.
All right,
I could bounce
yeah.
coins.
Okay.
Since we're obviously not all loose enough, I'm going to ask you, I like asking people random questions just to get you
Right.
going.
Loosened up.
All right.
Warm me up.
If I were to give you an elephant, where would you hide it?
Where would I hide it? I don't know if I have enough space to hide it. I'd probably, I'd probably like, I don't know, put it in my bedroom if it'll fit.
Okay.
But then I'd probably never go in there again.
If you were a cookie,
Wow.
if you're a
Yeah, I just
cookie,
got
what
it now.
cookie would you be?
I would be honestly, oatmeal cookie with red cranberries.
Wow. Specific.
And white chocolate.
What is your favorite word? Okay, I can't sit like this anymore. My core.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't.
We're not beauty queens. We don't have the training.
I know my panties are showing too.
Okay, so my favorite word would be geil.
What?
What?
It's actually a
Or
German
ghee.
expression. It's spelled Geil.
You spoke German. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
that
guy.
what you told
Guile, it,
Like, wow,
guile,
she's
it
meant-
means
she's
orgy.
boy crazy.
Guile, it means orgy.
What is it? Describe it. What does it mean?
Yeah, so basically, it could be used in any format. Like, if you're having a really good time, you'll just say geil. Or if you're seeing this really hot chick, you'll be like, die ist sau geil.
So
in
it's like
German.
puede.
Oh.
So you say that when you see a
Okay.
really hot chick?
Yeah.
Okay,
why
good.
not?
Okay.
Women, compliment other women.
What is your least favorite word?
Definitely not fuck.
One.
Ah.
You're awesome.
Definitely not scheiße.
Oh.
Ding ding. That counts. That counts. Ding 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 ding. She's good. She's good.
I don't know. Actually, it'd probably be like something sad, like.
Dead puppies.
Yeah,
That's 2 words.
That's 2 words.
Suicide
Dead.
rabbits.
Dead.
Dead.
Dead. Yeah.
This is a perfect transition question. What turns you on?
Dead puppies.
Well, many things turn me on. Is it still the one word answer?
Yes. If you like,
Preferably.
One thing. It can be more than one word, but
doesn't
one
need
thing.
to be sexual. It can be a turn on,
Yeah.
intellectual turn on, whatever.
Okay.
We prefer sexual though.
Anything entrepreneurial.
What turns you off?
Like,
Bad,
it's
bad.
2 words.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
That
you want to
works.
move over here? Or
Question number 7. What is your favorite curse word?
Say it.
Say it with gusto.
me!
That works.
wow. First, what are invitations? I'm sorry.
I'll leave that up to you.
Number 8. What profession other than what you practice right now would you rather be? Would you like to attempt?
An actress, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get to play all these different roles and live all these lifestyles for
Debbie
each.
Does Dallas.
each
is
type
a
of
very,
movie.
popular movie.
Not that
Yeah, and
kind
you
of
get to be
actress,
crazy,
Steven.
and people can't hate you for it. They actually can love you for it, and you can win
See?
Oscars for it.
Nobody knows what Debbie Does Dallas is.
Sadly, I do.
Last question.
Yes.
If heaven does exist, what would you like
Would you say
God?
a prayer for me?
What would you like God to say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You rocked on Earth.
Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Very
Right.
good.
Pageant.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
good.
Those are your warm-up questions.
Galing.
Now, I think Stephen had a personal question for you.
Yeah,
What
this
was
is-
it?
Usually they do one
along
each.
along that line
Yes.
of questioning.
Well, let me get comfortable first so I
Okay,
can answer them. Okay.
What article of clothing do you like wearing when you are going to, sleep beside your boyfriend?
Do I have to choose an article of clothing?
Correct answer.
Visuals.
Marry me, Sandra. Marry me. All right. How about Sandra?
Bro.
If your left hand had a superpower,
Okay, I have
what
to
would it
imagine
be?
Honestly, it would have the power to massage really well.
Marry me.
No, seriously, I actually admire masseuses. Hands down.
Masseuses.
Respect for
That's
them.
plural for masseuse. by the way. Masseuses.
All right, I have a question for you, Sandra. I mean, I know you. Everyone knows you as a beauty queen or former beauty queen. Behind the scenes,
Yeah.
is there any naughty stuff that goes on behind the scenes in international beauty pageants?
Yes. Especially
Mark,
during
are you sure you
sleepovers.
want me to answer that without you?
No. Hold on. Yeah, sure. You just
Rovi, are you sure you want me to answer that without Mark and you?
No, answer the question for me at Irwin.
I never touched
okay.
contestant 37. Oh, sorry.
It was 36.
Oh, sorry.
Well, whatever happens in a pageant stays in a pageant. And the guys that are part of that experience also keep it that way.
Wow.
So,
See, I knew
hint,
it.
hint.
I always knew beauty pageants were dirty.
Right?
No.
Just naughty, but I mean, hello, that's why would it just be too perfect front end? You also want some fun and action, you know?
Yeah.
Pageant candidates and male hosts that host these pageant obviously have to get along,
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
at some point.
The
so
pretty girls with ugly guys, you know, like so.
And you know what?
Yeah, kind of like a relationship.
No, but it's a once in a lifetime experience, right?
Wilson and Mark have hosted a couple of gay pageants as well. So.
Oh shit.
Really?
That's where we met.
Okay, I didn't know about that part.
So every guy has probably fantasized or wished to date a model or at least go out on one date with a model.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, sorry, beauty queen.
With a beauty queen, yeah.
queen.
Right.
Yeah.
So we want to know from your side, what's your advice to these guys who actually want to go for a beauty queen? Like, doesn't matter if they won or not.
I think it's just best to not try too hard. Just be yourself. And I don't know. I think the best is if you have like a casual introduction through a common friend, if that is an option. And to talk about everything but her reign or pageantry. Because then, it's not about her anymore. It's about just anything that, a regular male and female would talk about. And, I think it would make you stand out as a guy.
Kind of like what Erwan pointed out earlier. Be the yin to her yang.
Exactly.
Completely
I
be
agree with him
different, the
100%. I
opposite.
heard
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
was the ninja.
You are
Yes.
the man, yeah. So she has a huge tiara on her head, sash, and you don't even bring it up once.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
right?
got
Well,
it.
Ro Wilson mentioned a while ago that it also helps that if you're actually the judge.
You
Well,
yeah.
Why?
No, but yeah. Shut up. I know the DJ. I'm Steven too.
Hold on. Can I just say, in my experience of hosting quite a few beauty pageants, I don't think I've ever seen a girl hook up with a judge.
Good. Yeah.
At least
That you
not.
know of.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't.
that's
at
good.
least not openly.
That's
Well,
good.
Yeah.
number one is they don't know who the judges are beforehand.
Right.
And number two, the votes would have been given out already, and more than likely that person would never gotten hooked up by this judge they never knew existed. So,
Okay.
yun.
So
That's a
that's a
disclaimer.
beauty queen fallacy.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
giving more advice to guys, what are your what would you say are the realities of of beauty queens? Like what are some things that guys don't know about them that they should know?
Like when it comes to
Personality.
when it comes to beauty queens liking men, or about beauty queens
Personality in general, yeah.
Yeah,
Both.
because
how
a
beauty
lot
queens
of-
are.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, even if like women participate and at some point they'll represent their countries or their states or cities, I think that a lot of women have to, in pageants, at least portray that they're confident. But I think that because it's very superficial and usually the scoring is 70% based on physical rather than intellectual, I think there's still some sort of insecurity that remains in each girl. And obviously, like, guys don't really need to, or we don't expect guys to understand that. But I think as a woman to another woman, I would definitely understand that, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as cliche as it sounds. But it also all depends on your look, your moment, and if the stars are aligned for you. And I think that a lot of times women try to portray that they're confident.
Thank
but
you very much, contestant number 5.
etc.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
You know what?
Candidate number 69.
Thank you very much. Yes, Canada 69. I would like the floor is yours. You have the opportunity now to debunk and demystify top 5 stereotypes of a beauty pageant. contestant?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure there's some that just irk you, like, oh, we're not like that, or we're not like that. The floor is yours.
Okay,
Debunk
well,
3 even. Give me 3.
Okay, so the first one is we are not all about world peace because let's say
Most of the beauty pageants at the clubs are the ones fighting.
serious. Because I mean we all know that world peace is never going to happen in our lifetime. I don't want to be negative and sad about it, but come on, every time it's about solving wars, a peace, it's basically war as a solution. So I don't agree with that, and it hasn't really changed. So
Second
that's
one.
the first thing. Second thing is we're not as prim and proper as you may think. I mean,
Really?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, the stage is showtime, but off stage is a whole nother story. And, you know, there are fights. There's a reason where our hair gets longer.
Most of the fights and most of the girls who beat up other girls and guys were beauty queens.
Yeah, because
In the club.
In clubs.
Right. Yeah.
Not
That's
during pageants.
Yeah.
But I think that has to also do with like the fact that, you know, we are competitive by nature, at least while we're in the pageant, and for some that continues even after the pageant.
Well, yeah, I mean, girls that are
You know?
naturally competitive, competitive enough to be in a pageant in the first
Yes.
place, are going to be competitive in everything they do.
Exactly.
And
It
so
takes
if
a
you-
lot of guts,
yeah,
you know,
and
to join a pageant,
You're very,
to be
like,
honest.
strong-willed and
Yeah.
Killer instinct.
Determined.
Number 3. Gotta have it.
Yeah. Number 3 is we are regular people just like you, so we pee and poo.
You. Oh my God. You
As sad as
don't.
that sounds.
My life
Not
is
going
over.
down
Okay,
there
hold on.
anymore.
Don't imagine it.
I have a follow-up question.
just
I'm gonna jump off
acknowledge it.
something, You know, not happy.
I'm not going down there ever again.
Sorry.
Do beauty queens fart?
Do they
I'm not going to say
fart?
if you personally do, but just in general. Have you ever heard another beauty queen cut loose
Do they fart
backstage?
in public? That's what you're asking, right, Mark?
in public? Well, I have.
Well, just, yeah.
Just cut loose.
Yeah,
Well,
cut loose.
sometimes you can't control or predict, right? Because as a human, you can relate
Yes,
to this.
you
part.
can.
So you guys are human.
This is the
Yeah,
camp
yeah.
right here. You're actually between the camp. These
Yeah.
two accept that girls fart.
Yeah.
These
Exactly.
two don't accept.
I
it.
don't.
They cannot even imagine.
Women cannot
No, no.
fart. Sorry.
They can't see it. They
Yeah.
can't hear
Yeah.
it. They can't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't
Because
happen.
Robinson, if he hears someone fart, that's all he thinks about.
That's
when
okay.
you look at for every guy, it's like, you know, because we were talking about labels and everything, and I'm sure you have your own conception of what are the local labels of guys here. Like what? Let's say if you were to look at the top 2 or top 3 typical Filipino, not
Moves.
purely
Dudes.
Filipino, but
Yeah.
just people that live in the Philippines, the dudes.
Yeah.
Do you have the players? Do you have the what are the categories that you see in our
Oh my
manly
gosh.
society?
I don't know if I'm the only one who's said this before, but like it's so weird because it's very rare that Filipinos actually, like pure Filipino guys, actually end up going for me or making a move on me. So it's hard to say because most of them tend to be like at least half
Okay.
or completely foreign. And when that is the case, it's more about like a challenging conversation. But one thing I do know from girlfriends is like Filipino guys tend to, you know, some of them are like torpe. They'll try to act like they're the man, and they have their own way of making the girl insecure
take
or
notes.
hooking them up, or like
Take notes.
finding a way to like hook them so the girl can't live without them. I still don't understand how these Filipino guys do
Wow.
it. They have their magic,
Galing.
or maybe the sex is just too
Okay, wait.
good. I don't know.
We love you.
So, how can a guy, if a guy wants to go for you, give them tips?
Who's Filipino? No, just kidding. Any guy. You
No,
mean.
who's Filipino but looks Korean?
Or Korean.
just as an example.
Any guy who wants to go
And
for
can
you.
introduce you to DJs.
Yeah. Okay, go
Well,
ahead.
honestly,
Speak slower.
okay. Check if the pen's working first. Check if the pen's working. Sorry. No, I just think that you have to be yourself, and I mean, like, if it works, it works. If there's a spark, there's a spark. You know, you don't want to force it, but. Obviously, I do believe in transition and things developing. So if you have a cool personality and you know, you're open-minded, but at the same time you can respect me and what I like in life and what I want to pursue and support that, I think we can jive really well.
So to all guys out there,
Well said.
even if you're not as good looking as long as you have a good personality, Sandra might
Exactly.
give you the time of day.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
situation-
looks are something that girls kind of pay attention to when you're a bit younger. But if you can get a good-looking guy who's smart, challenging, etc., then that's
Bonus.
icing on the cake. That's the bonus, exactly.
Yeah, thank you. All right,
Yeah.
well done.
Same for women.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much. We just had Sandra Seifert.
No,
Yeah.
more questions.
Yeah, I feel so
Okay,
much
okay,
smarter
okay,
now
okay,
talking
okay,
to you.
okay.
Right? I feel so much smarter
Alright,
talking
yes,
to you
if,
now.
If
Go.
you were in a, give me club music. Thank you.
Okay.
If you're in a club setting, strobe lights.
Okay.
Okay. And a guy comes up to you. What is the ideal thing he says?
So if he didn't know any of my friends, right?
He doesn't know anyone. Cold turkey. He sees you across the room. He decides to grab his cojones in his hands and
Right.
says, "Okay,
Nice. I like that.
Balls.
I mean,
Beauty
Right.
queen. Beauty
Go.
queen. Go.
I think it would be. You want his line? Like what he? What would be a nice
What's his
line?
opener?
I think his opener would be.
Club music. Come on.
12-inch penis Ferrari. Let's go.
Club music.
Oh, sorry.
Club music.
Ladies and
That would be
gentlemen, candidate number 1. No, I think it would be really awesome if he could just come over. It already takes a lot of guts, and as a woman, I respect that. And if he can actually just say, you know what, I've seen you from afar, and I'd really like to just talk to you. Would it be okay if I bought you a drink and we could talk a little bit more? No bad intentions, but we both know. Yeah, but it's very straightforward, candid. I think that would be really cool.
That works.
And I'd really like to get to know you more. And I mean, you're beautiful. I'm sure you get that a lot, but I'd love to just know who you are as a person.
What? Let's take this a step further.
Stephen,
What
please
if he
no.
was
No
DJ.
mention
No
of
DJ. Stephen.
All right, thank you very much, Sandra Seifert. One of our best guests.
We love
ever.
Miss Seifert. Wow.
Wow, I love you
You
guys.
just shed
That's
a new
awesome.
light.
Wait,
to the
wait.
word.
This is
We
awesome.
forgot
Beauty
to ask her,
queen.
what are you doing now? Do you want to promote anything? Do you want to say anything
Of
about what
course.
you're doing?
You want to plug anything?
Yeah. Well, I'd just love to invite all you artists out there, whether local or international, who will end up watching this podcast, to check out twitmusic.com. I actually had all the marketing for Twit Music. It's currently the leading marketing platform for musicians who want to get their new tracks or videos out on Twitter. So if you're an artist and you want to promote on Twitter, we have a platform that will help you promote really effectively. So check us out. It's just twitmusic.com. And you can also follow us on Twitter at twitmusic, TWITMUSIC.
So, see, Stephen, you may know the DJs. She actually knows the artists.
Yeah.
I have my
One up.
Let me know if you want to get hooked up with Carly Rae.
Yeah, let's do it. And Sarah
Nice.
Geronimo.
Thank you very much, Sandra Seifert, for debunking a few of the Beauty Queen myths.
Pleasure's mine.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much. You've
Thank you.
made us better people.
Hey, I had fun.
We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back, guys.
Ching. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the cave.
The cave.
All right, we're about to do a nice little segment that we call the Top 10. Now,
Yes.
these are going to be in honor of our wonderful beauty queen friend here, Miss Sandra Seifert. The top 10 signs that you are dating a beauty queen.
Stereotypical.
Stereotypical.
Of course.
Stereotypical
Of
signs.
course.
Yes. Okay.
We don't want to get in trouble.
Yes.
Right.
We are not offending any beauty queens out
We
there.
will
We're
offend
just,
people.
Yes,
imaginary
you
beauty queens.
better
Yeah.
not.
We're having fun on the show.
Those that
Fun and
don't
frivolous.
exist. It's like baby unicorns.
Sandra has a gun and she knows how to use it.
Beat that edition.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's start
Okay.
with Sandra, of course.
So
How
in no
about that?
particular order, Sandra?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with when you notice a girl is putting makeup on her body, not just her face, to cover up certain blemishes.
Ah, that's a very good
Like
point.
her penis. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god, reveal
Okay, Rosie, look, let's keep it wholesome here, okay?
Sorry, I just judged a Miss Tranny last week. I just
More
the
like
nightmares.
tattoos and stuff.
That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat.
Okay, let's go in alphabetical order. Go. Who's next? Erwan, you're next.
Alphabetical, so A, B, C, E,
Oh my god.
F, E.
E.
Erwan.
When, and this is something I've seen in a lot of pageants, because obviously I'm the type of person that watches a lot of them. When, obviously, when they reference Africa a lot, like I find, like, you know, when you
Good one.
when you talk about like impoverished people, like
Right.
asking for charity and everything, you always have that fat baby African kid with flies flying around his
Yeah,
face.
Sally Struthers.
I find, and I know this is terrible, but beauty queens use that and say, yeah, what would you do if you had $1 million? I would give it to Africa.
Right.
Bitch, Africa's a continent! Like, what happens if you give $1 million to Africa? Nothing happens. Like,
Well said. Well
I
said.
would lie down for a bit here.
next caller.
$5 to Djibouti, another $7 to Madagascar.
Okay. Okay, what comes next?
800,000 to
M or
Lake
R?
Titicaca. Oh, sorry. Go on.
M.
Okay, all right. Okay, I think one of the signs that you're dating a beauty queen is if you're in the bank and she's lining up with her hands on her hips, one foot in front of the other, toes pointed, and a smile from ear to ear.
Wow.
It's called.
Wow.
It's called
Mark, that's
the
just-
2
I have
o'clock
seen that.
pose.
That
It's
was
called the 2
disturbing.
o'clock pose.
You doing it live was very disturbing.
That was super.
There's different
I'm sorry.
times.
I've seen it so
for
many
the
times.
poses.
And done well, actually.
Though it's called the 2 o'clock pose.
Well, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Well, yeah, depending on like the rotation, basically, and the footwork.
Can I just say,
Wow.
I feel so
Technical.
sorry for beauty queen contestants because I've hosted so many pageants, and the question and answer portion goes for a while, and these poor girls are standing on stage in these like 12-inch heels in that pose for like an hour.
And can I just add to that as genuine as the smiles look, oh my gosh, we are like freaking shaking. It's,
I've seen it.
Inside
but
they're
there's
going,
a
"Mark,
there's
speed
a
this up."
there's a trick they actually taught us.
Okay.
Because you guys are far enough to not hear us. So while we're on stage, and if you're really like vibrating and shaking, you just say this. You create this sound like ding 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 ding.
Is that what that ringing is
And
every
it-
time? Oh my god!
I didn't know
No,
that.
but seriously, I have to confess, I tried it and it really worked.
Oh, wow.
So next time we're nervous.
I keep hearing this ringing in my
Ding, ding,
ears
ding.
every time I host
we're
a
nervous,
pageant.
like we're about to talk to
Yeah.
a girl, and can't say anything. You're like, ding, 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 ding.
That's a good one.
Okay,
And Vaseline on the teeth, too.
Rovi.
Isn't that another
Yes.
another
Yes.
one? Okay.
That was one of mine.
Exactly.
And-
That's
Oh,
good.
shit, sorry.
That's all right.
Butt
okay.
glue. Butt glue.
Butt glue. Ooh, another topic, Aaron. Sorry, another topic, Aaron. Another topic, bro.
Okay, Rovi.
Don't look me in the eye when you say that, bro.
Number four.
Oh, number 4. Here we go. Quite simple. Your new friends, which are her friends, they're all taller than you. You're like, oh my god, I'm hanging out with a bunch of tall girls. I'm speaking eye to eye with girls. Wow, right? I mean, that's
a good
pretty
one.
obvious, right? It's like, wow, okay,
Number
the heels.
5.
nothing great.
Steven.
When you ask her a question, she answers by repeating the question first. Like, so what did you do today? Well, what did I do today? I went to the bank.
No. Well, it'd be like, thank you for asking me what I did today. What I did today was.
Ah, nice.
Sandra.
Okay. When you start to notice that instead of lingerie, she's wearing swimwear under her dress. Did you ever notice that? Especially during screenings for pageants?
Robinson's like, no, I'm used to seeing them without clothes.
Yeah,
A follow-up point to that is
Yeah,
they always
clothing.
manage to wear like 2 pounds of makeup and lashes every time they put on a bikini. It's just not.
That's
it's,
right.
It's second.
Like, would you
second
ever
nature.
do that on Boracay Island?
Well,
I've seen some do that on
Yeah.
Boracay. I've
Good
seen
luck
you do that
to
on
you.
Boracay Island.
good luck to you.
Mind you, it was
and,
Miss Earth.
Mark
That was Miss
hosting
Earth, exactly.
another Beauty pageant event.
we've
All
just.
right, next.
Number
Erwan.
7.
Number
Okay.
7.
Number 7, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Go
you know
Erwan.
she's a beauty pageant contestant if she's already hooked up with a local in Boracay.
An international beauty pageant
I like the dead
contestant.
silence.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to that.
You know it's the truth.
Sounds like we're in a boxing.
Okay, I've got another one.
Okay.
And this is from personal experience.
Wow.
You know you are dating a beauty queen if
You're Mark Nelson.
if
That's a good
you
one.
have the same shoe size.
Oh,
very
nice.
good.
Hell
That's
no.
true.
That's a no-no.
Yeah.
Anything
So-
bigger than
That's kind of scary.
Or the same.
9? No.
I have dated a girl the same height as me with the same shoe size as me.
Wow.
Wow. And her penis was just as big as his, too.
Actually longer.
Wow. Well, I have the perfect
love you, Larry.
transition then. I have the perfect transition then, because speaking of like feet, there,
thought we were saying
you know,
penis.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
foot.
rewind a little bit. We have what is called a duck walk. So if you notice that the girl's walking in her high heels and bent slightly, you know, lower than
Doing a lunge.
and she's doing a lunge in circles, like 10 rounds or more. That's called the duck walk.
You know what? I've seen the duck
It's
walk.
super
It is the
effective, though.
most bizarre looking thing on the planet.
Show us.
I can't do
Demo,
it.
Mark,
I don't
come
have the
on.
hips. I don't
Sample,
have-
sample.
I
Sample.
literally do not have the
Sample.
hips for it. I think Revilson might.
Sorry, wait.
No, I'm
This
sore.
Is, that's number.
I'm on my period, I can't.
3, 4, 5,
I've lost
6,
count.
7,
8. 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more?
Or 8.
Yes.
8 can be. You know you're dating a beauty queen if she starts naming her walk, like the duck walk, or
Ay,
the
nako.
Sandra walk.
Or the 8 o'clock, the 2
No,
o'clock,
but
the 4
hey,
o'clock.
But to be honest, like all our recent winners have actually had walks named a certain way. Did you notice that? They talked about that.
Oh, go.
How does that go?
Like the tsunami walk,
tsunami walk?
for was that
Galing mo.
Venus or Shamsi?
That's like guys when they name their moves in the bedroom.
Here's my tsunami.
Korean
that's
being
true.
this
So
is the
that
new
counts.
Korean.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right here.
Credit for Steven.
Bit of kimchi.
Sorry, misfire.
All right. Okay, number 9, Rovi.
Plain and simple, you know you're dating a beauty queen when you're broke. I mean, you're dating her. You gotta take her to the nicest restaurants. She don't go eat at Carinderia. She needs aircon. You eating at the finest joints. I mean, I'm sorry. You're a little more broker than usual.
Who did you date?
Well, she's just accustomed.
Burned you, man.
Just accustomed to the finer things.
Who hurt you?
And number 10.
Bitch.
Number 1. Sorry, number 1. Number 1.
Number
Number
one.
1 sign you're dating a beauty queen is when you meet her for the first time and you ask her, "Hi, what's your name?" My name? My name is
Miss.
Miss Denise Arao from Quezon City. Thank you very much. And that was the top 10 signs you're dating a beauty queen.
Top
Beat
10.
That edition.
Oh, dude.
And Roville said,
Take us home. Take us home, Nelson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Very entertaining episode of The Cave Podcast. You can, of course, follow us on Twitter. Just look for @The Cave Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube. Once again, check out Cave Podcast. And that's about it from us.
Once
Yeah.
again, thank you very much to our special guest, 2009 Miss Earth, Sandra Seifert.
Thanks, boys.
We love you,
Marketing
Sandra.
director
You guys are
of
awesome.
twitmusic.com.
Thank you, everyone. Yep. And more power to you guys. Okay, I'll be watching and listening.
Yay. So that's 8 viewers now.
That means we can't talk about her in the next episode.
Exactly.
Watch out for the next episode, guys. See you soon.
We love you. Bye.
Peace out. World peace out.
Where all your
And world peace.
Beauty Queen Wave. Beauty Queen Wave.
where all your wet dreams come true.
8 o'clock.